Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dr. Phúc Đặng, and on behalf of the Vietnamese Physician Association of Northern California, I am truly delighted to welcome you all to the Quarterly Educational Program and the 22nd Annual Scholarship Award Ceremony of our association. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. Thank you. I wish to take this opportunity to express our appreciation to all donors and supporters for the scholarship program. I would like to extend our gratitude to all sponsors for this educational program this evening, including Eli Lilly and Company, Regional Medical Center of San Jose, Sanofi Aventis Pharmaceutical, and especially major sponsor from Gilead Sciences.
Tôi là Thái Phạm của Dân Sinh Media. Thì xin bác sĩ tự giới thiệu bác sĩ là gì trong cái hội y sĩ này và cái mục đích của cái ngày hôm nay như thế nào, xin bác sĩ trình bày chia sẻ cho Dân Sinh Media chúng tôi biết được ạ.
Rất cảm ơn anh Thái. Tôi xin tự giới thiệu, tôi là bác sĩ Đặng Cao Phúc, hiện là chủ tịch của Hội Y sĩ Việt Nam Bắc Cali. Ngày hôm nay chúng tôi tổ chức cái buổi phát học bổng thường niên lần thứ 22 cho các em học sinh xuất sắc người Việt Nam.
Vậy thì xin cho hỏi năm nay mình hội của mình á, là phát được bao nhiêu cái học bổng và được bao nhiêu em được cái học bổng thưa bác sĩ?
Chúng tôi năm nay phát cho tất cả là 10 em. Yeah.
Và cái tiêu chí nào mà để mình tuyển ra các em để mình phát học bổng đó?
Dạ, chúng tôi có những cái tiêu chuẩn rất rõ và có thể nói là khó. Chúng tôi dựa trên không những cái điểm học mà mấy em học sinh giỏi, đồng thời là mấy em phải có những cái activity, những cái hoạt động đóng góp cho community, tức là cộng đồng. Yeah.
Và theo như bác sĩ nhận xét đó, thì các em mà sau khi mà được cái học bổng của mình rồi đó, thì có em nào về sau này mà khi mà các em đã thành tài, các em quay trở lại cái hội y sĩ của mình để các em giúp trở lại các em trẻ sau này?
Một câu hỏi rất hay anh Thái. Tôi có thể nói ngay là trong những em đã nhận học bổng trong quá khứ thì hiện tại ít nhất chúng tôi có 2 bác sĩ hiện đang là hội viên của hội. Yeah. Cũng xin nói thêm, lúc nãy cái câu hỏi là dựa trên tiêu chuẩn nào, thì ngoài 2 tiêu chuẩn chúng tôi đã thưa thì có thêm một tiêu chuẩn nữa là cái điều kiện về vấn đề tài chính. Yeah.
Tất nhiên là các tài chính của các em là thấp thì cái hội y sĩ mình mới phát học bổng cho các em, phải không ạ?
Dạ thưa đúng, chúng tôi có dựa theo cái mức hoàn cảnh về tài chính của các em học sinh.
Và nhân đây thì bác sĩ có thể kêu gọi cụ thể cho các em mà theo dõi được cái đài này về cái chương trình phát học bổng của cái hội y sĩ mình.
Dạ vâng, thưa anh Thái, ngoài cái việc là hàng năm chúng tôi có những cái thông báo bằng nhật báo, chúng tôi cũng có Facebook để mà cho mấy em có thể vào đó. Rồi đồng thời đó là ở các phòng mạch của các bác sĩ là hội viên, chúng tôi đều dán những cái poster để mà giới thiệu cho mấy cháu là chúng tôi có cái chương trình đó.
Thì bác sĩ có thể cho biết cái Facebook của mình hoặc là cái website cái gì để các cháu có thể trực tiếp vào cái hội của mình để xin cái học bổng.
Dạ vâng, cái Facebook account của hội đó là Vietnamese Physician Association of Northern California Scholarship. Dạ.
Và mình có cái website gì không bác sĩ ạ?
Dạ, mình có cái website là website của hội Còn về cái chương trình học bổng thì chúng tôi có cái Facebook, là cái hình thức mà mấy em trẻ rất là thích.
Tôi đại diện cho Dân Sinh Media cũng cảm ơn bác sĩ và xin chúc cho hội y sĩ của mình là được đạt nhiều thành quả và giúp được nhiều em, để các em về sau này khi mà thành tài quay trở lại giúp lại cho hội y sĩ.
Dạ thưa, đó đúng là cái mục đích của hội khi mà chúng tôi tạo lập ra cái chương trình học bổng này. Chúng tôi, những người bác sĩ Việt Nam muốn làm một cái gì đó cho cộng đồng, và khi mấy em nhận cái học bổng này, mấy em sẽ nghĩ rằng một ngày nào đó mấy em sẽ trở lại phục vụ cộng đồng mình.
Dạ vâng, xin cảm ơn bác sĩ rất nhiều.
Xin cảm ơn anh Thái rất nhiều và cảm ơn Dân Sinh Media. Dạ, xin chào anh.
Chúng tôi là đại diện cho Dân Sinh Media. Xin chào bác sĩ. Xin bác sĩ giới thiệu bác sĩ là gì của cái hội y sĩ ạ?
Tôi là bác sĩ Trần Ngọc Huy. Tôi là một tổ chức, một thành viên trong tổ chức của hội học bổng của hội y sĩ Việt Nam.
Thì nhân cái dịp hội này thì bác sĩ có thể chia sẻ về cái ý nghĩa và cái mục đích của cái buổi phát học bổng này.
Cái học bổng này đã được thành lập 22 năm nay do hội y sĩ Việt Nam Bắc Cali thành lập, và cái mục đích học bổng là cung cấp một cái học bổng 1.500 đồng cho 10 em mỗi năm tốt nghiệp trung học. Và học bổng này dựa trên 2 tiêu chuẩn. Thứ nhất là điểm học xuất sắc của các em, và cũng như là vấn đề tài chính của gia đình.
Thì nhân đây thì bác sĩ có thể có một cái lời kêu gọi nào cho các em trẻ khi mà các em theo dõi được cái chương trình này, và cái cụ thể thế nào, cái tiêu chuẩn nào cụ thể để cho các em mà liên hệ với hội y sĩ để xin được cái học bổng đó?
Chúng tôi tin rằng vấn đề để chúng ta tiếp tục có thể duy trì được cái dân tộc Việt Nam của chúng ta, thì chúng ta phải tiếp tục yểm trợ giúp đỡ các em. Thực ra nếu tôi muốn các em thật là ham học và vẫn tiếp tục giữ gìn được cái tập quán của người Việt Nam mình, và chúng ta sẽ làm việc chung với nhau. Tôi nghĩ một khi mà giúp đỡ được các em như vậy, các em sẽ nhớ những cái người lớn đã giúp đỡ các em, và hy vọng các em sẽ trở về làm việc với lại trong cộng đồng người Việt Nam của chúng ta, cũng như xây dựng lại quốc gia của chúng ta.
Xin cảm ơn bác sĩ nhiều ạ.
Xin cảm ơn anh.
Thank you, bác sĩ Tùng for a very inspirational speech. Chào quý vị. Hân hoan chào mừng quý vị đến tham dự lần thứ 22 để phát học bổng thường niên của hội y sĩ miền Bắc Cali. Chúng tôi rất hân hạnh sự có mặt đông đủ của quý vị, gồm có gia đình của các em được nhận học bổng và cùng quý khách và y sĩ của hội chúng ta. Chương trình học bổng tuyển chọn những em Việt Nam sắp vào đại học, gồm những yếu tố học giỏi, có tình thần phúc phụ cộng đồng và cần yểm trợ tài chính. Sau đêm nay, chương trình học bổng của hội đã cấp hơn 210.000 đô cho 210 học sinh ở Bắc Cali. Chương trình học bổng này duy nhất được sự tài trợ của những y sĩ trong hội và y sĩ trong cộng đồng. Ban huy bổng xin cảm ơn các anh các chị đã ủng hộ chương trình học bổng. Khi chúng ta chúc mừng những các em học sinh nhận học bổng tối nay, mình cũng cảm ơn cha mẹ và gia đình của các em đã dìu dắt và ủng hộ các em để có thành quả trong học bổng. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 22nd Annual Scholarship Award Banquet of the Vietnamese Physician Association of Northern California. We are honored to have all of you here tonight as we welcome our scholarship recipients and their family, our invited guests and sponsors, and of course our physicians, members, and their guests. The Scholarship Award Program recognizes Vietnamese high school seniors with the highest academic achievement, with a commitment to community service, and with financial needs. After tonight, the Scholarship Award will have given nearly $220,000 to over 210 very deserving high school seniors throughout Northern California. The program has been funded exclusively by the generous financial contributions of our physician members, and also other physicians in the community. The programs on your table listed all the donors up until last week. And I will apologize for any donors that contributed after last weekend. Their names are not listed in the program. And we express our sincere gratitude to all the physicians who have donated to the program. As we congratulate our scholarship recipients, we also want to acknowledge their parents and family as they provide the guidance and motivation and the support for their academic success. So Dr. Hui is going to play the PowerPoint presentation.
Before the scholarship committee have a 5 minutes slideshow, and what this slide will show how the members committee working accredit the students, how we recruit the students about the scholarship, and how we try to find out how Vietnamese are these Vietnamese American students. Before I do this slideshow, I would like to say thank you to two of my staff who've been volunteering this work. On the letter you received for asking for the money, the donation, on the slideshows, on the letter to the Vietnamese Student Association, onto the high school, and on the setup tonight are by two of my staff who volunteered their time. I would like them to stand up, be recognized. Angelica, please stand up in my talk. The Vietnamese Physical Association had this event every year to acknowledge and honor the students for their academic achievement despite their financial hardship. This year, the committee decided to do a monkey survey to study how Vietnamese are our students. We had 23 students responded to the survey, as you saw on the slide. 90% of these students were born in the United States, only 10% was born in Vietnam. But what, to my surprise, 56 to 60% of these students are able to speak, read, and write Vietnamese. The other 20% are able to speak and understand Vietnamese. 80% of these children learn the Vietnamese from home, not even attending Vietnamese private school. So it is a very awesome finding to me. When I was young, grew up in Vietnam, I always remember the saying, tiếng Việt còn, nước Việt còn. But what I'm saying right now is just not the language, not the Vietnamese language, but the culture, the phong tục tập quán, the family foundation, the education, the upbringing of the parents instilled to the children. I think it's a hard thing to do. It's not easy for parents living in the United States to have the children connecting to their Vietnamese roots. So for that tonight, to the parents, please accept my admiration and congratulations. And to the students, I think you should take a moment, turn around, look at your parents, and say thank you to your parents. Thank you.
I apologize that there's some two of our committee members are unable to attend tonight, so there will be a change of orders of who will be presenting the students. But before I do that, the program on your tables were printed by Dr. Thảo Yung, who's on vacation for the next 2 weeks. But my two children, Lu Phương and then Kun Tu, they don't want to roll it up and tie it up, so they said that I have to acknowledge them because they did all the rolling, wrapping of the program. So yeah, we'll begin with Dr. Sherman Namtran to present our first two recipients, one of whom is not here tonight.
Oh, hi, it's my pleasure to present to you Edwin Wing. And I'm glad she's not here because I can go off script. I'm going to throw this away. Need that anymore. Anyway, she's very rounded and she's very gifted. You have to take my word for it. I won't bore you with it because I think all the stuff that she does is very boring. You know, perfect GPA, perfect SAT score, involved in a bunch of activities, chairman here, chairman there, president of this club and that club. All that stuff is boring. The only thing that caught my eye, and the reason I chose to present her, is because she is a golfer. And you know, I love golf. And from listening to Dr. Tung tonight, I get some inspirations, and suddenly it dawns on me why I love golf so much. Well, the reason is that it's the only game I can think of that present you with multiple situations and the changes on the golf course, none like others. Tennis, you got a court, you got a ball. Basketball, you got an indoor court, you got a ball. Well, golf, you got weather to deal with, you got wind, you got grass. You know, that worker just mow the grass a little bit higher or lower, change the way you do things. When you get up with the ball, that ball sits there staring at you. And the thing that you have to do, you can't really control your destiny or how that ball is going to turn out, where it's going to go. You cannot control that stuff. What you are in control of is that you can assess the situation, where that ball is lying, how you hit it, and how it turns out. And then it gives you feedback, and you learn from it, and the next shot you do, hopefully will be better. And that's why I think golf is so fun and so challenging. And I'm just really surprised to see a not so economically well situated young girl who would actually pick up golf and do very well at it and do competitive golf. Unfortunately, she's not here, but she deserves the scholarship just like the others. Thank you. So the next student is Thomas Todd. Where's Thomas? So Thomas, just like every other student that we have here, is gifted. And we don't give out scholarships to non-gifted kids, so all the kids are gifted. But he's a superstar. And there's only one room for one academic superstar. Thomas is a superstar. And you know, all the NBA players, they are phenomenal, right? They're great. But that special superstar comes around once every few years. LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Stephen Curry, and Thomas is a superstar, and they get a GPA, SAT score, and all that stuff to back them off. He's an intern at Stanford Institute of Medicine Research and California Institute for Regenerative Medicine. He's an academic board founder and captain. He's executive officer for the Air Force and the ROTC. He's captain of the varsity badminton at Oak Grove High School. Numerous academic awards, including first place in Science Engineering Fair, to name a few. He's a National Merit Scholar, got admitted to Stanford, Harvard, USC, UC Berkeley, UCLA, UC Davis, and UCSD. But that's the definition of a superstar, because everybody wants them and everybody fights over them, and that's Thomas. But I hope that he chooses either Harvard or Stanford, just because I think the names are cool, right? It's short, it's to the point, it's easy to remember, no need for acronyms, just cool names. So, you go to Stanford. Perfect. So please welcome Thomas.
So first of all, I'd like to thank the VP ANC for inviting me and my parents to be here tonight, and we're honored to be here. I'd like to specifically thank my parents for raising me. I think that without all of their hard work and dedication, I wouldn't be the person I am today. And they taught me right from wrong, and they taught me how to be a good person, and they encouraged me to be a good student without pushing me too hard to do things that I wouldn't want to do. And I want to extend my appreciation to my mom for always making sure that I had a ride to school, and I always had a lunch packed with me so I wouldn't starve during class. I want to thank my dad for last summer when I was doing my internship at Stanford. He would drive to my lab after work, and sometimes he would wait out there for hours while I was finishing up my lab work, and he never complained once, and he did it over the course of 2 months, and I can't say anything that could ever make up for what my parents have done for me. So thank you.
Our next presenter is bác sĩ Linh.
It is my great honor and pleasure to present Ang Phong Nguyen. Ang Phong, please come up. Ang Phong will graduate from Evergreen Valley High School with an unweighted GPA of 3.96 and a very impressive ACT score. He's active in community activities with leadership position in church service, tutoring math to children, and also active in Eagle Scouts. He wrote a very compassionate essay about his efforts to guide his brother to succeed in schoolwork. The process is difficult, challenging, but rewarding, and this is what he wrote. Because of his brother, his tolerance of people and love interacting with children has grown significantly and nurtured his desire to be a pediatrician. His AP biology teacher described him as a person with great work ethic, with a reserved disposition and coupled with a sense of humor. His math teacher praised him that throughout all the hard work at school and involvement in the community, and Phong has done everything with an admirable sense of humility. Ang Phong will attend UC San Diego in psychology major. I would like to have your family stand up. Xin mời gia đình của em An Phong đứng dậy cho mọi người ngưỡng mộ.
Hi everybody, good evening. I'm going to keep my speech short and simple. In other words, I didn't really prepare a speech. But I'd like to give 3 thanks. First of all, I'd like to thank God to give me the opportunity to be here today. I'd like to thank the VPANC organization, the physicians who have organized this scholarship for me, without whom I wouldn't be here talking to you, and without whom I wouldn't be receiving the $1,500. I'd be hoping to put that to good use. They'll probably buy me like 2.5 textbooks in college, really expensive. So thank you for that. And con muốn lấy cơ hội này cảm ơn ba mẹ. Ba mẹ con đã giúp đỡ con cho 18 năm. Bây giờ 18 năm, bây giờ 18 tuổi. Bố mẹ con đã từ lúc các con sang bên Mỹ lúc con 2 tuổi. Ba mẹ đã hy sinh thì giờ, nhất là ba đã hy sinh nhiều thì giờ lắm. Mỗi ngày ba đã bỏ thì giờ ra để đi làm sáng sớm rồi đi về sớm để chờ con đi học mỗi ngày luôn. Cũng muốn cảm ơn ba cho ba đã hy sinh điều đó cho con, và cho con được cơ hội học hành. Con không có cần lo về tiền bạc hoặc là đồ ăn uống gì mỗi ngày. Mẹ đã chuẩn bị đồ ăn cho con, và con muốn cảm ơn ba mẹ cho điều đó cho con. Sorry. And speaking of fathers, I like to tell you guys a joke. What do you call bread that your dad hates? Bánh mì baguette. Thank you guys.
Next, I wanted to present Dennis Duy Phạm. Dennis, come up. So Dennis will graduate from Santa Teresa High School as a valedictorian. Amazing. So Dennis plays football, tennis, and wrestles. He has stayed deeply involved with Key Club and the Vietnamese Student Association. He has been active in church and worked as a cashier after school. What an active and engaged young man you are. He wrote in his personal essay about his determination to excel in wrestling. With tears and sweats and hard work, he won a gold medal in the first tournament, and inspiring a young child audience who wanted to be a wrestler like him. Wrestling has taught him the indispensable values of hard work and perseverance. His chemistry teacher was impressed with teamwork spirit, who never hesitated to help other students with their homework. His English teacher wrote that Dennis maintains equilibrium between an intense workload and a healthy lifestyle, is emotionally balanced, and absolutely ready to embrace the challenge of college. Dennis will attend UCLA in biochemistry. That's where I did. Please welcome Dennis family. Please stand up. Xin mời gia đình của em Dennis đứng dậy cho mọi người thấy nè.
Wow, I never thought I'd be getting this award tonight with everybody here. So first of all, I'd like to thank my parents for raising me up until this point and giving me moral support through all the good times and the bad times. So even though they go to work like early in the morning and come home late at night, they would always ask me how's my day and if So yeah, they would always care about how I was doing and if I was succeeding and if I liked school or not. So I'd like to thank them for everything they've done for me through these 17 years of my life. And I'd also like to thank the Vietnamese Physician Association of Northern California for giving me this award tonight and giving me the opportunity to speak on the stage. And yeah, thank you for everything.
Our next presenter is Dr. Kim Seung Nguyen.
Hi, my name is Kim Seung Nguyen, and before I introduce our next scholarship recipient, I just want to say that about 19 years ago, I was one of the scholarship recipients as well. So it's been truly an honor, and we from the scholarship committee wish we could give scholarship to all of the applicants. They're just amazing. So Jessica, are you here? Can you come up? All right, well, Jessica is walking up. So Jessica is currently at Newark Memorial High School. She's an AP scholar with distinction. And she has an amazing GPA of 4.73. And of course, like most of our recipients, she got 99 percentile on her standardized ACT test. But Jessica is a rocket scientist. So she's actually a national finalist in one of the national competition for rocket, and we would love to hear more about that later. She is also very involved in doing Hòa Bình Vietnamese school. She's also run cross country and track and field for the varsity team at her high school. And she has an AP math and computer science teacher who wrote a really beautiful letter of recommendation, and just want to quote. Jessica is one of the most successful, most brilliant, and most motivated students I have ever met in my 20-year career. She goes beyond requirement of any projects. There is no math problem that she could not solve. And she's mature, professional, focused, creative, and very kind. And Jessica, being a rocket scientist, wrote her essay about string theory. So let me quote you one sentence. She wrote about different strings in her mind, and she said that one string is the logician in me who programs late into the night and lies awake pondering the effects of relativity. But another is the artist in me who whimsically splatters paint onto the canvas, who reshapes and reconnects scraps of the imagination. So Jessica, congratulations.
Well, if I'm being totally honest here, I did have a speech prepared in Vietnamese, but that kind of flew out the wind stage here. But I'd like to thank the VPANC for the opportunity to apply for the scholarship, and I'm very humbled and proud to be here today. And I'd really like to give thanks to my parents for giving birth to me and raising me and sacrificing so much for me and being here for me every day despite working long hours and supporting me through all of my endeavors. And I love them very much. And that's about it, so thank you.
And next we have Brandon An Yung Trang. Brandon, can you come up? So Brandon is currently a senior at Wilcox High School. He has straight A's. I was looking really hard to look for a bad grade, and I could not find any. His academic GPA is 4.85, and of course he scored 99 percentile on his ACT. Come on, Brandon, stand in the light here. He is part of the Vietnamese Student Association, the Chinese Club, the Japanese Club, the World Affairs Club. He also an athlete on the badminton team, and he's an Eagle Scout. So you probably have no sleep, Brandon. He also volunteered at El Camino Hospital, so I guess what kind of career you're thinking of. His math teacher wrote about Brandon. He's a wonderful young man with a sharp mind and a quiet sense of determination, who looks after his friends, elevating their work. He has a tremendously positive attitude and a tight focus on his goals. And another teacher wrote, he does not judge. He is accepting. He sees people for who they are. And this is true because I think all of us in the committee was really struck by his essay. And Brandon wrote about taking the local buses. And on these buses, he would meet people he would not otherwise have ever met. He wrote about meeting a disabled man and learn about this man and his family's difficulty. And he wrote about meeting a refugee from Syria and how that has changed his outlook and his view of other people. And it was a really beautiful and very touching essay. So one of the conclusions from his really emotional personal essay was that he felt, after meeting all of these people, very privileged among the underprivileged. So Brandon, congratulations.
Thank you very much for that wonderful introduction. It's definitely a privilege and an honor to be here today with this gracious award from the VPANC. Pomona does happen to be very expensive. It's $72,000 a year, and this is really significant because when I got the email from the VPANC, I knew that I had reached the end of the fundraising goal for college that I'd gotten to that $72,000 limit. So I'd like to thank the VPNC a lot for allowing me to go debt-free as I start my first year of college. And that's a lot. That's very more important to my parents than to me, definitely, because since day one, they've been there to support me. My mother worked long hours when I was young as an engineer, and then after that, she's even taken up side jobs and tutoring just to support the family. My father comes home 6 days a week, or 5 or 6 days a week at midnight, so I rarely get to see him. My mother comes home late as well, so it's good to know that they'll finally be able to rest easy, knowing that they're not going to have to worry about this massive, wall of debt as I go off into college and pursue something that hopefully will let me one day take over paying for the family and repaying all the debts that I definitely owe to them. So great thank you to them, and a thank you to the VPNC for making my future possible pretty much. Thank you.
And Brandon's parents, could you stand up so we can see who you are? And the next scholarship recipient is Tammy Jin Jun. Tammy, come on up. So Tammy is currently a senior at Yerba Buena High School. Her lowest grade on her transcript was an A, because the majority of the grades were A pluses. She is an AP scholar with honor. And this is really interesting. She placed second in a contest called Coming to America. She got the award with a poem about immigration from Vietnam. I wonder if you can recite that for us later, maybe. She's highly involved in the Vietnamese community, involved in a lot of activities, the Mid-Autumn Moon Festival, Dut Festival, and various cultural activities at her high school. She's also taking Vietnamese in high school, trying to be bilingual. Her AP teacher wrote in one of the letters of recommendation, in class, Tammy was a leader and a role model to others, and she made those around her better students. Her math teacher wrote, she's one of the most gifted and down-to-earth students I have ever met. And Tammy wrote a really beautiful personal essay on, quote, being both a female and part of a minority, I do not get many opportunities to showcase my full potential. However, winning the scholarship will give me more strength and allow me to have my voice heard. And I hope that Tammy will always have her voice heard in the future. She sounds like someone who's very involved in the community, and I hope maybe I'll get to vote for you sometime in the future. Congratulations. And Tammy's parents, please stand up so we can see who you are. Congratulations.
Hello, good evening, everyone. First of all, I'd like to thank the VPANC for holding this scholarship opportunity, and thank you for the committee for reviewing all the applications. I'm sure all of the applicants truly appreciated it, and thank you for holding this event today. I've definitely learned a lot about hepatitis B and giving back to the community, and definitely it made me realize that once we get the scholarship, once we go to college, we're going to be the ones, the future generation, giving back to this community. So hopefully we help contribute through curing hepatitis or helping the Syrian refugees in the future. So thank you for that, for educating all of us. And I'd like to thank my parents who've been there since day one, who've always cared for me and loved me and always been there for me. And thank you to my sister for being my best friend and for always being out there for me too. And thank you to my teachers who always supported me and taught me great things and inspired me, and most of all, just supported me in the very beginning. And thank you for all of you here today. Thank you.
I get the pleasure of presenting three of our recipients. Only one is here tonight. First is Jenny Lee. She will be graduating from George Washington High School in San Francisco as a valedictorian. And she followed Dr. Tum's advice. She suffering by being a president of the American Service Club, where she volunteered hundreds of hours throughout high school, and she led the campaign against underage drinking. She's also a member of the varsity tennis team, and if you ask what's the best adjective to describe her, she would say empathetic. And I would say she'll be graduating Brown University studying in public health. Jenny's supposed to come up here at the beginning, sorry. Congratulations.
Hi everyone, thank you for the introduction, Doctor. When I first applied and I saw Physician Association, I thought, whoa, but I had a small hope. And I'm very, very thankful to the VP, ANC, my parents, my family, everyone who ever supported me for making my hope a reality. Thank you.
Yeah, and Jenny's. Our next recipient is not here tonight. She's Lisa Doe from Sacramento. She'll be graduating from Hiram Johnson High School, also as a valedictorian. It's her dream to attend UC Davis with a plan to become a pharmacist. Lisa is not just about superb grades. She has contributed nearly 250 hours of volunteer time during her short 2 years with the Key Club, where she earned the 2016 Member of the Year. Her teacher described her as an exceptional student who will continue to make positive impacts on her community. And last but not least, our last recipient also is not here tonight, is Victoria Tran, also a valedictorian from Evergreen High School in San Jose. Victoria is a well-rounded individual. She has performed at Carnegie Hall with her ensemble. She's a member of the varsity volleyball team and contributes many volunteers hours as the president of the Random Act of Kindness Club. It's her dream to attend Tufts University majoring in computer science. So let's conclude our presentation of the awards. We'll ask the 7 recipients who are here tonight to come up on stage to take a picture.
teaching, and other members of the scholarship committee, also all helpers, without whom the scholarship program tonight would not be possible. Thank you. Hopefully, you can enjoy the following entertainment and have a safe journey home. Thank you very much, all of you, for being here with us tonight.